last year. And has to punt this one away. BC, after a 58-yard punt by Grace, Terry Williams on the return.
They were close. I mean, 2 touchdown throws that were there, and they may even have the lead.
A couple missed field goals by Bredes, you don't often see. So Terry Williams, BC to start with the football here in the second half as Bredes coming in himself, Silas Stewart too. He did get the touchdown catch though that put 6 more on the board for them, but they are trailing by 10. As BC gets the ball here, Terry Williams across the 20 and feeling his way up across the 30.
The first thing you got to do is stop digging, and that's what I think they thought was there. Let's just a little swing pass here and head to the sideline, regroup offensively.
Terry Williams takes the punt, a 43-yarder from Julian. Has a return going here. Stays in bounds and gets it all the way down to the Edmonton 40. Jake Julian with the punt. 40-yarder Terry Williams breaks free. Now that gets taken down hard after he gets it up across the BC 40. But
I got a bunch of tweets on that return from, is he as good as Gizmo? That's hard to compare. I mean, Gizmo is the best, I don't care, in any league. Punt returns.
Good returners in this game too. Yeah, Grant broke the first 5 tackles in that one last night. 42-yard punt, and Williams is taken down there.
Didn't come up with the interceptions and some drops offensively.
Second half begins. It's 9-0 for the home side. The BC Lions. Terry Williams on the return. Recently signed the Canadian out of Eastern Michigan on the low snap and punting it away to Terry Williams. Coming in for it. Takes it on the fly after a 36-yard punt. Gets that return up across the 45.
Lucky Whitehead and Terry Williams are back. And it is heading Williams' way again inside the 10. A great punt by Shea. A 54-yard punt.
Gina LaFrance stands back alongside Terry Williams. We're underway to wrap up week number 4 in the CFL. Terry Williams returns it across his 20 to the 30 and breaks it just out to the 40-yard line. Nice push at the end of that play. Toronto will kick it away. They're breathing some life into a Monday night matchup with the offense struggling to get going. Now BC can't get their blocking scheme set up, and it's Benoit Marion downfield making the play. Dane ended up throwing 4. Well, tonight it's 3 to Robertson Daniel, 6 overall. And the Argos, whether it be their defense or their offense capitalizing on field position, have made BC pay. Terry Williams right up the middle. Nice return this time as he's wrapped up at the end of the play. And a flag comes in. Boris Beatty hooked him around the top of the head.
And Cote will get us started to wrap up the week on a gorgeous, gorgeous Sunday afternoon in Vancouver. Low, hard driving kick. That'll be taken at the 5 and brought back to the 20. Trying to find some blockers and escape up to about the 35 for Williams. Zima stands on his own 11. His punt wobbles down to Williams at the 50. Williams cannot emerge from a pack of Alouettes. His team trailing 7-3 in a low-scoring opening half. Williams takes it just inside the 10, spins his way up to the 20 after a 43-yard kick. Corsack set to kick it away to Terry Williams. Long kick. Williams backing up. Catches it over his head. 62-yard kick. Now Williams looking for some blocking help. Won't get much of it, but does take it back outside the 20.
Get on the bag.
Does the streak end today?
Okay, listen, we have a big board that shows that. We're not going to show it unless we absolutely have to tonight.
It's kicking around, but a little stumble here by Williams. Gets back up, takes it just inside the 20, breaks a couple of tackles, and eventually will get taken down. Every possession so far for Edmonton has ended in one of these right here. That's a punt. Williams slides over, takes it just inside the 15. Flag for no yards as he pushes it back outside. Another punt for Edmonton. A bunch of them this afternoon. Williams takes it, 50-yard kick. Nice move. Williams looking for some space. Good special teams tackle by Hutter. The kickoff week 9, and we are underway at IG Field in Winnipeg. Thank you very much for joining us. Williams takes it at his own 10, back to the 20. Touch it back up. Nice return here, all the way out to the 40 in solid field position for the BC Lions and that man, Dane Evans. At about the 10-yard line, did not work, and now we get to see how the BC Lions handle some rare adversity. Williams from the 11. Little hesitation, spins his way up to about the 35-yard line. Let's take another look. Another just under 2 minutes for BC to try to put together some sort of a response. Here's Williams. Good field position will help, and that's what he's got for them. Williams all the way out to the 45, and that's workable for Dane Evans and the Lions offense. Football right there. It sure is. Winnipeg setting the tone early in week 9. Williams on the return. Look at Williams go. How about this? All the way up to midfield, down to the 40, and eventually pushed out of bounds. Terry Williams with one of his best efforts of the season.
All three phases of football. And the need sometimes when the offense is struggling a little bit, you can get a boost from the defense, you can get a boost from special teams.
Williams just inside the 15. Can he duplicate his last effort? Takes it out to about the 40, and another crack at it for BC's offense and Dom Davis. In that first meeting of the year, 0 sacks allowed tonight. Williams, good job, stayed on his feet. Look at Williams, spun around, still going, eventually tracked down from behind. He just had the kicker left to beat.
I don't know if he's the only bright spot for BC tonight, but certainly the brightest, Terry Williams, in those return units.
Kicking game should be in good hands unless I just jinxed it. But now we are underway officially. Again, it'll come down to Williams at the 20 on the near side of the field this time. Finds a little bit of space. Stays on his feet and then is tripped up from behind before he thought he was going to escape free. But a good return up to the 45. 3rd and 23. So an excellent start for the BC Lions offense. And just as good a start on the defensive side of the ball. Williams takes this in Calgary territory and is wrapped up. There is a flag back at the 10. Kick from midfield from Grace. Williams just inside the 20, 37-yard kick. And Williams breaks a couple of tackles, spins off another man. And that's a pretty good return of 20 yards.
They hold him off the scoreboard the rest of the way.
Well, 95 points allowed in 2 games. Outside of that, so stingy.
2 shutouts.
2 shutouts against BC. And that'll be pretty happy with what they've seen so far. Williams coming off of a fumble on his last return. Is taken down again in about the same area of the field.
I'm guessing some ice packs in the first half for Mr. Williams.
If you're just joining us, he took a beating in the return game. Has to backpedal deep for this one. 57-yard kick. Williams now turns it up the middle of the field. Nice spin move and works it all the way outside the 40. Pretty decent return. 4th touchdown of the season for Emilus. The other 3 came in the same game. Now here's Williams, a little bit of a stumble, but stays on his feet now. Finally taken down just outside the 35. Or he might have had something to say about that. With over a minute remaining. Williams waits for this. Takes it cleanly just inside the 30. All the way back out to about the 41 after a 44-yard kick.
On a beautiful Saturday. The CFL on TSN Week 12 underway again here, and Williams has it across the 30 as he is taken down there by Bailey Feltmate on the tackle. So on comes Vernon Adams before last week's game in a trade after Bailey Flint went home to Australia. The Vedvik punt. After a 53-yarder, and Williams breaks through. And he gets through that, but the ball comes out for BC on this return by Williams. Ruling he's down by contact. And that's the 14th touchdown scored by Hamilton only this season, fewest in the Canadian Football League. What a big one it is. Off the kickoff now, and the Ticats have the Lions in a hole. Terry Williams across the 30, and he is taken down at the 35. So, and the Ticats back up by 11 in this one. On the kickoff, Terry Williams on the return. He is taken down by the special teams tackles leader in the Canadian Football League. His initials are CFL. And the Lions were in a big hole last week at Mosaic, and they really charged back and closed the gap, ultimately losing by 5. But they're going to need another comeback here. Down a couple of scores as it is taken by Terry Williams, and he is taken down at about the 20. Lucky Whitehead, excuse me, Terry Williams is back there. On that return up to the 25. Got to find the end zone.
Yep.
He found the end zone.
Found the end zone, found the ball, found the lead.
And now Terry Williams and the Lions find themselves trailing all of a sudden in this game as Jeshrin Antwi, special teamer, comes in to take Williams down up at the 40. So we have seen from 31, that run certainly was. Alouettes leading again now 25-24. Terry Williams picking it up off the turf and gets it up just across the 30. So over to you, Vernon Adams Jr. now, and the BC Lions, who
Terry Williams will return.
Terry Williams picks it up near the 40-yard line. But we have reached halftime. Terry Williams will return for BC. Gets it across the 40-yard line.
For the record, Jack Evans was on the bench. He went through the protocols. I saw a trainer talking to him. Looks like both players are going to be fine.
Terry Williams on the return. He runs into a pile of REDBLACKS at around the 40-yard line.
And that physicality. There is no 30 points score. There's no way to do that in one series. So it's one series at a time, running the offense.
And we've seen this in games like Toronto and Saskatchewan where they're not necessarily going to stop playing, right? Vernon's going to keep slinging it. That's what he does. But Leone gets it away. Williams at his own 38-yard line after the 50-yard kick. Great coverage by Ottawa special teams on the play, along with the shorter chip shot field goal. Kick is up, and it's wide to the right. Williams is going to bring this out. He's got some blockers in front of him. If he can get the edge, they could have something here. Williams still on his feet. Williams with one block. Williams could go. He is. No flags. Terry Williams all the way. BC back in this.
You gotta love Canadian football in the final 3 minutes. It was in the game. We also mentioned that Terry Williams is due. He's been chopping that tree. He's been chopping away at it all season long. 10-yard returns, 12-yard returns. Well, that tree just fell. That oak tree just fell. It hit the ground, and now the Lions have got a shot.
BC's going to come after this again. They've already got their hands on one punt earlier in this half. Leone gets it away. Terry Williams, who just changed this game the last time he ran the football back. Makes a few-man miss. He's got some space. He crosses midfield. There's 38 seconds left.
Give us the ball. So they will have it to start here on a beautiful Friday night. Late summer Friday night, early fall. 19 degrees at kickoff and a low, hard kick that bounces in. Picked up cleanly at the 20 by Williams. And he is able to get all the way back out to the 40 on the initial touch of the ball game for Terry Williams. And our first look tonight at that man, Vernon Adams. Edmonton finally strikes. It's their defense that surprisingly gets them on the board. Now here goes Williams. Williams wrapped up just outside the 35. As we saw last week, he is always a threat. Awaits the ball to kick it back to BC. Edmonton down 7. Williams waits, takes just inside the 20, 44-yard kick. Terry Williams, here he goes. Look at this burst to midfield. Terry Williams trying to get around the kicker all the way down to the 30, and he eventually is taken out of bounds. Williams almost did it again, didn't he?
Missed field goal return for a touchdown that made it a 3-point game and really set up the comeback for the Lions. He was doing an interview on the sideline and said, hey, thanks a lot for interviewing me. I mentioned to Terry Williams, you
just 36 total yards. Williams at the 40, 50 midfield, and takes the ball. Instead, it would have been a 46-yarder, which would have tied his season long. Instead, Julian will have to kick it away from the 45. Williams at the 15. Unable to get back up to the 25, but BC fresh off a 2-and-out. And this leaves his foot. It'll be right at about midfield. And he kicks it away from the logo. Williams slides over inside the 15. Back outside the 20. And the BC Lions will get the ball back here.
And throw that touchdown strike.
Williams on the return. Flag on the play as he takes it all the way back out. The roof is closed here tonight. We are underway in Vancouver. This will come down to Williams just inside his own 20. Near sideline, picks his way up to about the 37-yard line before he's thrown out of bounds. Moved the ball very well. Just had to settle for a trio of field goals from White. Williams takes this at his 15. Back to the 30, busts through at the 40. Williams cuts inside midfield. What a return by Terry Williams. And the BC Lions are back in business, and Williams is fired up.
He was trying to make the tackle after Williams broke free here, and he just landed awkwardly on his arm here, cut inside, and then reached right for sort of his shoulder.
Only so much. Familiar position here for Korsak. Seems like he's been punting it away from the 35 pretty much all night. Williams hustles over here, hauls it in after a 48-yard kick, back up the near sideline, and he is taken down on the play by Bertrand Hudon. Opportunity to step up in this defense tonight, and he does the job. Big kick this time from Korsak. Williams forced to retreat after the 59-yarder. Brings it back up the field. Get to about the 31.
Category of one of the best returners in the Canadian Football League, along with Janarian Grant.
2,006 return yards combined so far this season. He takes it at his own 8, crosses the 20, stays in the right before he is brought down around the 25-yard line, but a couple of Bombers, including
On the football field.
BC has had 4 punt blocks this season. Not a great kick by Jamison Sheahan, end over end to midfield, where Terry Williams takes it, beats the first 2. He's still going, he's got room, and he is in Sean White field goal range with 2 seconds left on the clock.
By the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Lions defense made those happen and took points off the board too.
Terry Williams takes it at his own 15, has some room, picks up a block from David Mackey, gets close to the 50-yard line.
He's got 53 yards in him. We figured that out tonight.
They do kick it along the ground.
Oh, look at that.
Williams picks it up at his own 20. Nice tackle on the play.
He's got 28 special teams tackles on the year. 9 more than second place in the league. It's a good return from BC.
He gets knocked down. He's out of the play. White ends up wide open for the easy 6.
BC gets possession back. Now trailing by 1 to Hamilton, and now it's a big return from Terry Williams. As a great move in the open field, sprung him for an extra 10 or so. Kickoff return this time. Lions struggling with field position to begin drives this year. 8th in the league. This will certainly help. I'll try to get the lead back when we took a long time, got traded for a 4th-round pick that ended up turning into Jonathan Kongbo, who's here on the Tiger Cats lineup tonight. We'll be chasing him down momentarily as BC gets the football and crosses the 30-yard line. Solid return.
Drops in front of Terry Williams, takes it at his own 15-yard line. Not much doing there.
I think this is something that was in Rick Campbell's before this game.
Yeah, at this point, 5,000 might be a little bit much to ask, so you might as well give Evans some reps and try to make sure your quarterback stays protected because sacks earlier. Paredes with the kickoff. Terry Williams takes it at his own 18-yard line. Williams looking for something, not much there at all. Comes with another special teams tackle. And if that happens, then Calgary comes back here for the Western Semi. Terry Williams takes the kickoff, gets out across his own 35-yard line against a Winnipeg team that will have nothing to play for. And if Saskatchewan loses tomorrow night, then Calgary is officially in the playoffs for the 18th straight year. Terry Williams takes the return out across his own 35-yard line.
As Cody Grace gets set to kick this away, he stands on his own 25, lets it fly from the 30. High kick, gonna hang up there for a bit. Williams takes it cleanly after a 45-yard kick. Now Williams trying to find some space on the near sideline. Can he turn it up the field? Stays on his feet to the 45, and eventually out of bounds before he can get to. Cody Grace averaged just over 47 yards per punt on the season, and a flag on the player. 48-yard kick. Williams trying to break it free, stays on his feet, tracked down from behind. Leading by 15. Williams just inside the 15, takes it back to the 30, cuts it in, found a little bit of space, and eventually is tracked down just outside the 40 by Nick Stetz. Good defense by BC, forces them to kick it away. Williams takes it at the 30, made one man miss. Not this time as they... A little bit of a gusty wind right now behind them in the 4th quarter. Williams on the return from his own 15. Williams cuts inside around home, still going. Terry Williams all the way out past midfield. Excellent field position for this kick. Gets it away cleanly. Williams guides it into his arms at the 10. Breaks one tackle and another. And then eventually taken down after a 45.